Next up, it's the quarterfinals of the DFB Pokal. Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. I am frankly FM84 and this is the Roten Bullen, where we are currently out in Germany managing Red Bull Leipzig. In today's episode, as you may have heard already, we are playing in the quarterfinals of the DFB Pokal against Frankfurt. But before we get into the game, please don't forget to hit the subscribe and like button to help the channel out. Leave any comments you have down in the box below. But if you've done all of those, we're going to jump straight on into the game and show you how we get on in this quarter-final. Okay, so here we are back in game. As you can see by the league table, we are still top of the Bundesliga from Borussia Dortmund. However, that gap has reduced now to 6 points. If we go and have a look at the schedule since you were last with us, you can see that since the Marseille game, we actually beat Hoffenheim 2-1 in the league through goals from Olmo and Magno, but we had Konate sent off in that game and really struggled to hold on at the end of the game. And then in the following game, without Konate in defence, you can see that we lost 2-1 to Augsburg at the Red Bull Arena. Soloth scored for us, but Cordoba getting the 2 goals that actually beat us for only the second time, I believe that is this season. If we look at the Bundesliga properly, yeah, so suffered our second loss of the season to Augsburg and Mainz, both 2-1 defeats. But we're going to put the Bundesliga to one side again for this episode. And as you can see by the third column on your screen, we are going to be playing Frankfurt today in the DFB Pokal quarterfinals. The board want us to reach the semis as a minimum, so winning today's game would go a long way to ticking that box. So let's jump on in and see who we are going to be playing against Frankfurt. And the lineup is going to be Galaxy in goal, Angelino at left back, Rudiger, Konate and Armini are the rest of the defenders. But Kaio George wide left, Tonali, Thales Magno in the midfield. Salas is going to play behind Arezzo and Brenner. Okay, so we are off and underway in the quarterfinal, and straight away there's a free kick for Frankfurt that is swung into the box. Galaxy deals with it well and launches the ball forwards, but only to the Frankfurt defenders, who are looking to play them straight back at us. Nice interchanges of play here from Frankfurt. Somebody needs to step up and make a tackle. We are forcing them back a little bit, but they managed to get it into the box, and Rudiger's gone over and knocked the player over. Luckily, we get away with that. I thought there was a penalty coming, but instead they've played it into the box and Bebu has scored. And all of a sudden, are we going through a bit of a wobbly piece of form? Like, is the run of form that we had coming to an end? Go straight up the other end and nearly get an equaliser, actually. Sorry, I was concentrating on what was about to happen in the build-up. I thought we might have had a shout for a penalty, and the ball in the end came out to Tonali, who tried to bend it into the top corner, and it gets pushed away. And again, Tonali with the corner that gets headed onto the crossbar, comes down and is cleared away by Frankfurt, who are now living a charmed life in front of their goal. However, they could have made it 2-0 just with that header there. This is quite an end-to-end game. A free kick comes in and Galaxy deals with that well. Let's see what he's going to do with it. He lumps it forwards. Arezzo can't get on the end of that despite trying. And it's coming straight back down our end of the field. But a sloppy pass there. We tried to play the ball in behind for Arezzo. But Frankfurt are holding their own. They've just had another chance there. Another shot on target. And we don't seem up for this game at all. This is really not the kind of performance that I thought that we would be turning in a quarter-final. And we've had more bookings than we've had shots on target so far in the game. And it's close to half-time. We're in at half-time with a disappointing stat line of 5 shots, 1 on target. None of the players look like they're tired, but we're just getting overrun in the middle of the field, it seems. So going to send the players back out and see what happens in the first 10-15 minutes of the half. It's not looking like anything is changing, so let's go in and try and force some changes. We're going to bring Tyler Adams on in place of Tonali. We are going to bring on Forsberg in place of Salas and see if we can get something creatively sparking in the final third of the pitch, because at the moment we are just having nothing. Although we have now got a highlight where Fulmini plays it, comes to Forsberg, works all the way to Angelino. Instead of crossing the ball where he had better options, he hits it at the front post, hits the post, or gets, right, yeah, it must have hit the post and goes out. And then Arezzo comes in off of the left-hand side, has a shot low down, goalkeeper deals with it well. And from the corner, Forsberg finds Kanate, but he can only find the crowd behind the goal. So we are starting to have quite a few moments in the game, but all of a sudden we're caught almost on the counter-attack, and the ball in behind, and it's 2-0. It's a goal that was coming, really. They've played really well in this game. Frankfurt can hold their heads up high and say that they've really outplayed a team that is on paper much, much better than them. Don't really know why we look so flat. All of a sudden the losses are creeping in, and are we having a bit of wobble towards the end of the season? I didn't think I'd be saying that we've had a 2-0 defeat to Frankfurt in the DFB Pokal quarter-final, but that's football and that's how it goes sometimes. We ended up getting the stat line back where we had 13 shots but only 3 on target, XG of 0.85. 53% of the possession though, so we had a lot of the ball, couldn't do anything with it, and it's a disappointing 2-0 loss. So we're going to look forwards and we're going to go into the next league game against Bayer Leverkusen, hopefully trying to come back from a run of defeats, or I think that's 3 defeats out of the last 4 games. So we really need to be turning this around quickly, and hopefully we'll start with Bayer Leverkusen. But for this one, it's going to be a wrap. Thank you very much for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe and like button if you're enjoying the series. And comments, leave them down below. But for this one, that's a wrap. Thank you very much for watching.